Hello everyone, my name is Joe, and today I'm going to show you how to build a free following on Twitter. So I've been doing this for, going on 2 years now, and it's a really simple, straightforward solution to what many people think is a tough problem. How do I get people to follow me on Twitter? How do I get people to pay attention to me? So let me start by showing you the 4 profiles I'm managing at the moment. So this is a main profile I put most of my time into. It's Jerry Banfield's profile. You may have heard of him. He's a digital marketing guru, one of the top instructors on Udemy. So right now he's at over 100,000 followers. And then I had another page I was working on for him at nearly 55,000. Now these were 2 separate audiences. I decided to commit to this first page. And then I have a page that here and there I'll add and I'll follow and unfollow people, but I just kind of maintain this one. So I follow back the people that are following me. I don't go out and search for new people to follow me. And then I created an account from scratch just to kind of show in a course I was working on how to start from nothing. All right. So on the surface, I'll go ahead and scroll down. Now this may not look that impressive for 100,000 followers, okay? So you'll see social interaction, you'll see some kind of interaction on almost every tweet, but when you hear that 100,000 people are following you, you'd expect, 20, 50, 100 interactions on each tweet. Now, on the surface, it doesn't look very impressive, but I can show you behind the scenes in the analytics. Each month he's getting more than 10,000 profile visits. Now that's impressive for being a completely free method. Now, we pay for a premium version of the following tools that I'll show you in a minute. But other than that, we're not running any ads on these pages. We're not actively promoting these pages. All these followers are coming to the page and following with either one because they like the material and it's been boosted up in various search algorithms because the number of followers and the interactions and the profile visits, or 2, people are looking for a follow back. So let me go ahead and show you the tool we use. We use Tweepi. All right, and there's also a site called Unfollowing. It basically does the same thing. I just like Tweepi just because I think the interface is pretty straightforward and there's a shortcut to basically everything on the page. So that's why we use Tweepi. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the free version of Tweepi and show you how the system works. So when you start, if you don't have any followers, or if you have very little followers, you'll probably begin by starting to follow people. Okay? So the limitations of the free version of Tweepi, 250 follow limit per day, 100 unfollow. So that can be restrictive if I'll go to a paid account. The paid account gives you 950 follows and 500 unfollows. And these limits have changed. That's one of the reasons why I'm creating a new video. This is the third edition of this video. But let me go back to the free account and show you guys how you can do this for free. So if you're getting started, the first thing you'll probably want to do is just follow people. So what you want to do is follow followers based on a page that is closely tied to what you want your page identity to be. So, for example, if you're a digital marketing guy like me, then you might just want to follow Jerry's followers. He has a lot of digital marketing professionals following him because they want to see his YouTube videos, his tutorials, his tweets, his Udemy courses. They want to see his content. So the easiest and most straightforward thing if you know exactly who you want to follow your page is just to find someone that's doing this strategy, and I'll show you someone else in a moment. But find someone that has a similar following to follower ratio. So this ratio is close to 100%, and then just follow their followers, and there's a good chance they'll follow you back. So I'll show you the page that we use to build up Jerry's page. So it's a woman. Her name is Kim Garst. And we use her for 2 reasons. So 1, she has a lot of followers and a lot of friends. So she's doing this same strategy. And then 2, let me go to her page real quick. she's in a similar geographical location to Jerry. So Jerry at the moment lives in Sarasota. I believe it's about an hour away from Tampa. So it's not only similar content, social selling strategist, social media, influencer, but it's also similar from a geographic standpoint. Now, why this is very important is it's just an icebreaker, okay? When people go to your page, you'll see, one, you're in a similar geographical location, two, similar content. And with Tweepi, you can not only follow the followers of a user, but you can also find users that you may want to follow their followers. So, for example, you have to use a paid version. I'll just show you this real quick. This is a paid feature, but you can go in a tweet search and you can list location or you can list topics. And I guess it's user search. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So you can look for user search based on a specific search inquiry or subject. So I'm going to just do Udemy for an example. And what this is going to do is bring up people with Udemy either in their name or in their bio. So this is great because you can find people very easily based on a specific keyword. Oh, there I am. So let's go back to the free version. I meant this tutorial just to be purely free, but I just kind of want to show you some of the features just in case you're interested in a little more of an expanded experience. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. Your profile, if you're on this watching this video and you don't have much of a following yet, first thing you're wanting to do is find a user to follow followers from. So I'll just use Kim Garst. I'll continue with the Kim Garst example. Then all you do is just hit follow. And then as you can see, the free version, you only get 20 users shown. If you want to expand it to 40, let me go to the next page. If you want to expand it to 40, and I suggest doing so, because if you want to use any of the filters, basically what it does is it generates one page of results, and then it doesn't filter. So for example, it doesn't filter 40 more people. If you put in a filter, it doesn't filter in like 40 people based on your filter. It just filters out all the people on that original page. So you could be left with only 4 people per page, and then it becomes much more tedious. So anyway, basically Tweepi, they just want you to, basically promote them. So whatever, go ahead and give them a shout out on my page. And you see now I have 40 people, so this is really helpful. So if you want to be even more specific, if you want to find people closer to that 100% ratio, people that you know are doing the same strategy, you can go ahead and hit add criteria. And then what I'm going to do is go to follow ratio is greater than. So let's do, I guess, 75%, and then add one more and do follow ratio. And there's all these great filters. There's whether or not somebody has a bio, whether or not somebody has a profile image. And okay, let me finish the follow ratio real quick. So we'll do less 125. Give a little margin. All right. And then some other filters you may want to add is, for example, profile image. You might want them, so users with avatars. You don't want people that just have an egg, as the Twitter universe refers to it as. You may want people that are actually taking Twitter seriously, and actually they're not just doing it to essentially spam. They actually want to create a following. They want to interact with people. So you can add users with avatars. And then one more filter I typically add is last tweeted. So I'm going to do newer than, let's say, 7 days ago. Now what this does is it gives me people that I know are active on Twitter. So people that will be productive followers. So as you can see, now that I have these filters in place, instead of generating the list of 40, it's 4, because out of those 40 people that were going to originally be shown on that page, only 4 actually fill what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to continue following, and this will give you an idea of how long it takes. So obviously it's much, much faster if you don't filter at all. And like I said, for example, Jerry's page, most people were following back, and they're following first with the intention of being followed back. And then second, they're legitimately interested in the content. They view his page, they click on his links, and it's all free of cost. No, you don't have to pay anything. No money for ads. Don't even have to pay for this tool if you don't want to. It just has the limitations. So I'm just going to keep following. So you see we're on page 12 of the results. And then you'll see you'll get a little success or failure message. If it says it's retrying, actions pause. Don't worry about that. It will continue. Okay, so my Twitter was locked. Okay, so sometimes this happens, and it's just gonna want to verify some information. So, like I said before, I haven't done this in a while. Let me log out and log back into my Twitter. And this is just a safety precaution. My Twitter account isn't banned or anything. It's just... Alright, so all I have to do is verify. Let me get my phone out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I don't want to make my phone number available to the masses. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back, and all I had to do was enter in my phone number. I got a confirmation code, entered it in, and now my phone is actually registered to my account, and my account has been unlocked. So this shouldn't happen anymore. And Twitter just does this as they want to prevent spamming. So they want to make sure that people that are, if you are doing mass following and unfollowing, they want to make sure that you're a person and not a bot, and they don't want spam, they don't want automation. So if you see anyone that is offering free cheap services that looks kind of sketchy, not charging very much, it's probably automated, and that is the fastest way to get your account banned, is by automating this little system. So let's go back and see if we can actually, okay, so we can refresh the token. Okay, continue to Twitter. All right, let me go back to Tweepi real quick. Log in. Fix now. Fresh Twitter token. Oh, okay, I see what it's doing. Wants to Alright, awesome. So let's go back to manage Twitter. Oh, dashboard, I'm sorry. Alright, so as you can see, okay, we're at 65. So let me just finish this off. I'm gonna go to Jerry's page and just make sure it's at 40, and I'm just gonna start following because I know his page is these people are gonna follow me back. And I'm just gonna finish this up because, like I said, you can create filters. You can make it more specific and almost down to 100% follow back rate. It's just a little more time consuming. It's much easier just to find a page that you already know. If you see the page where people have roughly as many followers as people that they're following, there's a good chance they're doing the exact same thing. And there are plenty of people that are verified on Twitter, celebrities even, that do this same exact thing. So it's just one of those things. It's really simple. You just got to discover the system somehow, right? Discover the platform to be able to do it on your own. Alright, so we should be coming close to 250 soon, and it should cut us off. Alright, so I think we're getting pretty close. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is, once you've done this a few days, you'll want to start unfollowing the people that are not following you back. So how you do this is you just hit users. Okay, these are people we're not following back. Okay, so let's see if we can still do this actually. So they used to have a shortcut, and in the previous video you can see it, where there'd be a button that would say users who are not following you back. So it would kind of expedite the process. But you can still do this by creating filters. So you can go to friend or follower, and then go not following you. Alright, and then this shows us people that aren't following us back. And you used to actually be able to do it by day as well. Huh, interesting. Oh, okay. Last action date, that's it. We got last tweeted. All right, that must be another premium version they use. Well, anyway, what we just go ahead and do is we just unfollow until we hit so no one on this page. We just go ahead and unfollow until we get to that 100 limit. So I'm not going to have you sit through this. This video is already getting much longer than I thought it would be starting out. But then the next day, you know, once your limit's refresh, so every 24 hours you get another I guess limits reset at midnight PST. So these limits will refresh. And then what you always want to do is the next day, because people will start following you back or following you first with the hopes that you'll follow them back. So I always like to follow these people back first before I go out and search new followers, because it's just a way to, you know, continue the system, to keep the system going. Now I can't follow any more people today, but I will do this tomorrow. I will go ahead and follow the people that followed me first. So before we end this video, let me show you some of the following rules and best practices, because you should be aware of these while doing this. So this actually would be considered aggressive following. But the great thing about Tweepi is they have rules within their system, within their platform. They're working with Twitter because they have access to their API. They basically have a backdoor to Twitter to be able to even let us use this tool. And so they create the system with the guidance of Twitter. So obviously they don't want their users to get banned. So they work very closely with Twitter to enable people to do this. But so the new limit is 5,000 accounts, 5,000 people total. So you should be able to follow 5,000 people before you're stopped, before you need a certain amount of people following you back to continue. So in the past, this was 10%. I think it's probably the same. So you could follow, for example, if you had 5,000 followers, you could follow, what would that be, 5,500 people. And then this would obviously this differential would get larger as you have more followers. So if you have 100,000 followers, you can follow 10,000 more people than are following you back. So that's another thing to take note of. And then the only other thing is I would not buy Twitter followers. I've done that in the past, gotten my account banned, had to make a new. Well, I've got my account suspended, got it back, and then I was warned that if I did that again, I would get my account banned. And then automation. So, for example, doing the system, you know, writing some kind of script that allows, and they are out there writing a script that will do this automatically. Twitter does not like that. Now you can automate the publishing process. So you can use tools like slipping my mind, but there are tools that allow you to publish on Twitter beforehand. So you can create an Excel spreadsheet. You can upload the spreadsheet with your tweet, your link, and the time and date, and then the Hootsuite, that's the tool I use. Hootsuite allows you to automate the publishing process, 30, 60 days in advance. So anyway, I just wanted to do an updated video showing this following process because Tweepi, which is my favorite following tool, they changed their interface a bit, and then the actual limits change as well. So thank you for watching. I hope this video was useful for you, and good luck on Twitter.